Gable Stevenson, Dominique Bradley, Sunkist kids.
On the mat, Gable Stevenson, Minnesota Storm. He's taking on Dom Bradley, Sunkist kids. Stevenson and Bradley hand fighting hard. Dom Bradley, just an absolutely enormous heavyweight. Gable Stevenson's big, but a lot of these guys are even bigger. And Bradley, one of those guys, tough to move around. Stevenson's been able to do that.
He is. He's sturdy, right? I mean, he's super sturdy in positions. That's not to say that he doesn't have tricks of his own, right, Bradley? But he is far more straightforward of a wrestler, right? He's going to plow through you. Whereas Gable, you know, he can wrestle from angles. He can hand fight with. He can drop levels on you. One of the things that I've always kind of admired about the way that he wrestles is his ability to move through different planes at the same time, right? Like his hands will be moving one way, his feet will be moving another way, his behind moves in even another way. So he presents a far more athletic.
Stevenson, to your point, really nice low-level attack, moves up the body of Bradley. Still no points so far. We're close to the edge.
Now, I don't know if his hands are locked, but I can tell you that everyone in the front row was ready to move.
Better their table than ours.
For sure.
1-0 Stevenson on the step out. Bradley was given an attention before that sequence. Could come into play later on. A little less likely now that Stevenson's put a point on the board. Gable Stevenson has been the guy to beat at every age level, and now trying to make it that way at the senior level.
And he closed the gap considerably this past year, right? 2 years ago, he gets, excuse me.
Nice shot again there for Stevenson.
Beaten handily by Adam Kroon, and then comes back and beats him handily.
Minute left, first period. Hard hand fight here from both guys, kind of ear to ear. This time Bradley catches that finger to the eye.
There was a headbutt there too, but
Stevenson's ability to wrestle with his head, man, he makes it hard on these guys. 30 to go. Just get the feeling this match is a little bit of a powder keg.
yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Whether that the spark that lights it be, you know, just the wear and tear of a hand fight, or whether it be the spark that lights it, you know, one big double leg or what, you do have that feeling that it's going to ignite, and it's going to ignite soon.
Yeah, head to the break, and I mean, you know, Gable got to that low-level shot, and I think the reason he climbs up the body is he wants a big four-pointer.
Well, here's the thing. I think everyone wants those big four-pointers. Gable Stevenson is very capable of executing them against people that most people can't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he throws heavyweights around. I shouldn't say throws around. It makes it sound as though he just kind of ragdolls them. He's able to lift and throw from those positions where most guys are just, you know, they're just not able to do that.
Had one of those positions against Yusuf Hamida in the semifinal, and that's a big man too. Back to wrestling. Back to the hand fight here. Stevenson pulling hard on the head. So is Bradley. Just back and forth. Bradley doing a nice job pulling Stevenson out of position. Stevenson, though, just right back into position. Passivity there on Bradley. See him on the shot clock now. 30 seconds go by scoreless. It'll be another point on the board for Gable Stevenson.
Score is 1-0, Stevenson, with 2:10 left to go.
Oh my goodness.
Gable Stevenson, oh wow, Bradley, nice re-attack. He's got the leg elevated. Gets the step out, and he gets it within the 30-second window. Now he leads on criteria, really.
Yeah, he kind of had to, he had to run towards the edge there quick because he only had about 8 seconds to kind of navigate his way to either the step out or the takedown. And that was a really smart play by Don Bradley.
That's a great point.
So Bradley now is ahead on criteria.
Bradley's leading. See if that causes Steven to pick up the action. Go one point for Stevenson offered.
Blue.
And one confirmed. It was a split decision.
With 1:25 to go.
It's a tough call, man, because you know it was quite obviously Gable's action, right? But
who went out first, right?
Yeah, right. So you kind of ask yourself, do you want to adhere to the absolute letter?
Now Stevenson on another attack, brings it up, trying to run Bradley down. Bradley stepped out again.
Do you want
it 3-1?
Do you want to adhere to the letter of the law, or do you want to kind of the spirit of the law? And the spirit of the law is the offensive wrestler should be rewarded.
Stevenson really picking up his attacks this last minute and a half of the match. Bradley looks at the clock. You mentioned this in another match. He's gauging when he needs to start that sprint. Takedown would tie the match but put Bradley ahead on criteria. All Stevenson's scores are 1-point scores.
And that's incredible.
Wow.
That's incredible. He just fake ankle picked right and ankle picked left. Now, I'm gonna tell you why that's so incredible. To shift angles like that while in a squat position is special. To do it at heavyweight is almost unheard of, right?
Yeah.
Like, that is unbelievable, man.
4-1 now the lead. Makes it pretty challenging for Bradley to get back in here. And
well, yeah, especially because, he's having a hard time getting past the baseline D.